I started the recording.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Jessica Welch, and I'm Public Safety Chair. I want to welcome everybody to this meeting. Please introduce yourselves. Oh boy.
Good evening. This is Leonie Logan, committee member.
Monica McCain
Welcome, Ms.
Brown,
Logan.
committee member.
Okay. Everybody's coming in so low for me. I don't know why, but okay. Thank you for coming. Who else?
George Tate, committee member, board member. Good evening, everyone.
Welcome.
I see.
Bill Bennett, committee member.
Welcome. Oh no, it's not coming in right. No, it's not coming. Okay, welcome everybody. I've been having a little bit of challenges actually to accept all of the non-approved minutes. That's my biggest headache right now because we have not been able to achieve quorum because every time we have not had enough people come to our meeting in order to approve the minutes. That's my biggest headache. And no, it's now, we've been here from September, and for the last 4 months we haven't been able to achieve quorum to approve the minutes. So trying to figure it out. Eventually
Ms. Welch, if you're talking, we
Yes.
can't hear you.
You can't. Oh boy. Oh wow, now I can hear you, Mr. Tate, finally. Hello? I don't know, everything went black.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
What happened?
Hold on. Done. I'm trying to do this. It's not happening. Hello? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
You got Carmen number?
Done. Okay. Welcome everybody to our meeting, and anyone here new? Anyone here at this meeting new? Can y'all hear me again? Did I go away again?
Now I could hear you, but I could see that no one is new.
Okay, nobody is new. Okay,
And this Detective Skinner is in.
oh, welcome Detective Skinner. I gave you a nice shout out at the general meeting.
Good evening, everyone.
He's there?
Good evening, everyone.
Detective Skinner?
Yeah, my service is.
Okay.
Good evening, Detective Skinner.
Good evening, Detective Skinner. Anyway, at our last meeting, we had DEP there, and I wanted to have a place for them to be able to deliver the water catch for the homes or wherever in our community we have water rising. But Miss Frazier said nope, she did not want them delivered to the board office because we're in the midst of packing. So I I'm trying to figure out where we could have it delivered. I need to have it, if anyone could find a place, like a church where the homeowners that need this water catch containers could pick them up because from what I understand, they are not we can't have them at the community board office because there's not enough room.
Miss Welch,
Yes,
can I chime in on that?
that what?
Can I speak on
Sure.
that?
Yes, please.
Yes, I spoke to Miss Frazier today. Okay, because what happened, she was under the impression that they were the rain barrels. They are not the rain barrels. I explained to her what it was. It was the flood barriers. They're plastic. They're flat, so it does not take up the space, nowhere near the space that those rain barrels would take over. As a matter of fact, I believe like the 50 that Ms. Hubbard promised me would fit in one rain barrel.
Okay.
So she's I didn't get to
So
call Ms.
she.
Fraser again because I was in the street when I was talking to her. But
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason she said no is that she thought they were the rain barrels, not the rain barriers. Okay.
Oh, not
So
water
you may
catch.
want,
Okay.
you may want to readdress it with her. But in any way, while I'm talking about it, I spoke to Miss Hubbard, and she's going to reserve 50 for us. But we have to let her know when you are planning the.
The
Cause
forum.
you say you wanted to do it at the forum, so she will
Mm-hmm.
hold them for us until you give her a date
Okay.
where for the forum, and then she will deliver them to the board office.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful, Mr. Tate. When did we speak about this? Yesterday or the day before?
We,
So since that
you
changed,
and I
that's a good.
spoke. You and I spoke yesterday, and I spoke to Miss
Oh,
Hubbard
okay.
yesterday and to Miss Frazier today.
Okay, that's a wonderful thing. So we will be getting the water catch for the barriers for the flooding. Okay. Has anybody found any place in the community that we have over flooding? Because I asked everybody to be on the lookout for an area other than the ones we already spoke to Ms. Hubbard about, where the water is flooding in our community. Has anybody found a new place that it's flooding? No? No place. Okay.
Hello. Giselle Bennett. I was gonna say on Kings Highway and Farragut Road, right where that dip is before going underneath the train trestle.
Kings Highway.
Yeah, right there it has a, because I
And
don't think they clean. Yeah, right there with Farragut and Kings Highway, where the dip is before you get to the train trestle, right under it. It always floods every so often.
Okay, that's another place. So it's by the Kings Highway and Farragut Road intersection by where the dip is
Yes.
before the train.
Yeah, right up under there, right where you get to that train trestle. Every so often it floods and it's horrible.
Okay. Okay. Um, well, I spoke to Mr. Daly and I explained to him my big problem about having enough people at the meeting and having um enough people at the meeting and enough people to meet quorum because people are constantly asking to come to our meetings as new persons. And he said, well, maybe we're adding on too many people. So maybe that will help, but I don't think it's helping. It's not helping because we still don't reach quorum. So if y'all will just bear with me a little longer. I'm trying to resolve this quorum and approving of the minutes. It's just not working. That ends my report. Mr. Detective Skinner, welcome to our meeting. You could go ahead.
Not everyone. Texas Skinner from the 6-7 Community Affairs Office. My service is probably a little choppy because where I'm at, but just let me know if you guys don't, if you need me to repeat anything. I'm gonna give you just a brief update what's been taking place within the past couple of weeks on the 28-day period as we use. So for the month, we're actually down 4% in crime. I mean, it's not seem like a lot, but we're down 26% in robberies. We're down 13% in burglaries. We're actually up in grand larcenies, especially grand larcenies for vehicles. We're actually up 29% on that. And I know it sounds like we're being a dead horse, but a lot of these vehicles is being stolen as vehicles that's running unattended. And the problem is that people are running into the store just to grab something, and they come out, the car is missing, or they're just starting up their car in front of their home or wherever they are, and people are walking by, and what they're doing is they're stealing these vehicles and they're committing crimes. Because what they do is, if they steal, let's say, a black Toyota Camry, and they drive around to see another black Toyota Camry, they'll take the license plate off of that, and next thing you know, put it on the one that they have because we're looking for that particular plate, and they'll do a crime. So you don't want your vehicle to be involved in a crime because now your car is part of the investigation. You're not going to get your car back until who knows when. But just be mindful of that. As far as recent shootings, we actually took a homicide on the 24th, which was Monday. We took 202 East 91 Street. As details that we have right now is unclear as to what led up to it. If it was a beef or something like that, that was prior. Because from what we gathered right now, it seems like it was a dispute, but it's still up in the air as far as to know exactly what happened. Apparently, the victim appeared to be like he was walking away from the guy, and the perpetrator seemed like he was still walking towards the victim, and whatever words were exchanged, and then gunfire erupted. The victim actually had a firearm on him as well in his hand. So these guns are out there on the street. So just be mindful of that as well too. Last Monday, which was the 17th, we actually took 2 people shot as well in Rutland and Rockaway Parkway. One gentleman, he actually threw a bottle at the other gentleman. Seemed like they had an argument, and the other gentleman went into his car, pulled out a gun, shot at him, and putting innocent bystander in the leg in the process of that. So be mindful that there's people out there with these weapons, and we're still doing what we need to do to take these guns off the street, just to lead up to what into that for past 2 weeks of having back-to-back shootings for the month alone, and the month is not even done yet. Actually, I'm sorry, for the year to date, from January to now, so far we pulled 47 illegal firearms off of the street, and 44 guns were actually recovered. So year to date, that's how many firearms we took off the street so far, and that's just our precinct alone. That's not even including, the other precincts in New York City or PSAs or transit bureaus. What we're seeing, just a little crime prevention, is scams around tax time. We're seeing that people they're getting phone calls already have from the IRS, and people are getting nervous, and they're giving information over the phone to somebody who's faking being a representative of the IRS. We always tell people IRS don't call you. IRS even says they don't call you. If anything, they'll mail you a letter, or if need be, they would actually show up in person if it calls for that. But the IRS does not call people over the phone to ask them information for that type of for those type of things.
Anybody wants to take? I got taken.
Moving along. So far, year to date, for the beginning of the year to now, we've actually towed a total of
White.
127 vehicles.
Vanilla.
The last operation we did was on the 23rd of March, and we actually towed 38 abandoned vehicles, including 7 large box trucks and buses. So for the year, again, total is 127 vehicles that we towed.
Oh. So let me, can I ask a question?
Sure.
This is Jessica Welch. I'm asking about on Linden Boulevard, those box, I don't know what's the name of it, but the box of the truck without the caboose that are parked all over Linden without the front part.
The trailers?
Yes. You just see the rectangular boxes just parked
We're
on Linden, but you don't see the rest, the red.
we're on Linden. Linden and what? How far down on Linden? Are we talking about like residential or commercial area? How far down, like Linden and Church or? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm saying how far down on Linden Boulevard you're talking about? Like what area?
Well, I seen one of them that was before Brookdale. And I seen another one that was near the transit yard. I I wasn't really like counting them, but there were several of them on Linden Boulevard.
And you said before Brookdale, is it like towards Brookdale or passing Brookdale? Depending on
Well,
um,
it's for I'm at the beginning of Linden, so I mean in the middle of Linden, going that way.
all right, I could let me just make note of that. Try to see.
Because I think the people from transportation, um, they they don't come they don't come to tow, because I understand that y'all only have one tower for the whole, what they call it, a big tower for the whole Brooklyn.
No, so we have it's one tow truck company that works with the 6-7. That
Oh,
truck company works with the 6-7, but it also services 3 to 4 of the precincts. So
oh,
what they do is they make appointments. Before, that one tow truck company was actually servicing the whole Brooklyn South, because these are private tow trucks that agree with the contractual with the city. So these are private tow truck companies that's on it. So when the NCOs are doing these the operations, the tow truck company actually gives them a date that they can actually make an appointment to go do it. So what they try to do is they try to get a couple tow trucks from Brooklyn North to help out as well.
okay. Just that I always see them. It's just sometimes when I'm going past them, I don't realize that they don't have the caboose to them. So by the time I realize, I said, "Where was that? Where was that?" I can't remember. Okay. But I just wanted to just bring that to your attention, and the the cars that are like abandoned, like someone had gave us a location before at the community board meeting. Did you find out about it?
That location was from my understanding, that was the location in Foster and not Foster, Farragut and Utica, that abandoned car wash. They did a cleanup over there.
Okay.
That was from my understanding. That was the one that they were talking about, where they had all these abandoned cars, because they did a cleanup over there with sanitation and
The mechanic actually said that they were told that they could use the space.
I don't know about that, because no one has ever gotten, from my understanding, no one has ever made contact with an owner of that location. So
No, the owner's paying up all the taxes.
right, but no one has that number to or anything to reach out, because since I've been in community affairs, we've been trying to reach out, and COs try to reach out. We have nobody that we can actually speak to. But apparently that the taxes are being paid, from my understanding.
So far we are not able to get in touch with the owner. That's what you're saying, right?
On our end, we have not gotten in contact with anybody. I know Ms. Ray
Okay.
said that I know she said that apparently the community board office tried reaching out, and that's what she said at the meeting. Community board office tried reaching out, and apparently they can't get in contact with an owner, but the taxes are paid for. So that means somebody is currently obviously paying the taxes for the property.
Oh, okay. No, written down here much. Okay, thank you. Anybody have anything else to say to Detective Skinner or ask any questions?
Yes, this is George Tate. I'm not sure if it was finished with his report, but did the Skinner? Because I do have a couple of questions, but I want to wait till you finish.
Yeah, let me just double check. For the most part, I am. Let me just double check. Make sure I didn't skip something.
Yeah, I was just going to while you looking, what I was wondering if you could discuss because I did see a posting from the commanding officer regarding the schemes at the at the banks when they're dropping people, dropping the keys and dropping the key next to the people that are at the and they're stealing their cards.
What was that, Mr. Tate? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was catching my breath because I was actually on the bike. Yes, the commanding officer, he posted the new scheme that they have in when if someone goes to the bank to the machines, and then someone comes behind them, and then they drop something, and then if you drop something, I'm on the look. They're pulling out they're switching their ATM cards with another one, and then they walk away. But so I was wondering if you were aware of that when I want to talk about that one.
Yeah, that one. That was like honestly like one incident that took place. So it's something like when he posted that, it's like just something to be on the lookout for because it's something. But that was like one incident that so far that happened. Where like the person was at the ATM and they dropped something and the person said that when they picked it up that the person took the card out. But we were trying to figure out like how did the person take the card out, because when you put your ATM card in the machine, it locks in until you finish your transaction. So, I don't so we're still looking into that. But
Yeah.
It's something that basically he posted to, basically said like just be vigilant and be aware of what's going on.
Yes, because I was thinking about the same thing you just mentioned about how they get it out, how they get the card out. But I did I heard it in the news too, that apparently was happening, and it happened in the Bronx too.
So I know something that I did hear about. I didn't hear about it in New York City, but I did hear about it in New Jersey. Apparently, this lady, she went to an ATM and she did her transaction or whatever the case is, and apparently she took out $50, and then when she looked at her bank statement for that day, it said that she took out $500. So what happened is that people are saying, "Oh, do you need help? Let me help you with your, like let's say for example, oh, the ATM machine is not working. Oh, you can use this one. Let me help you." And obviously, granted, okay, but the problem is that they're leaving when they finish the transactions. They're not closing out the screen that says, "Are you finished your transactions?" So now what people were doing is they would go and they would hit continue and then pull money from people's accounts. So I don't, like I said, I don't know how that is as far as, because I know ATM machines now, what they do is for the most part, they lock your card in until you're finished. So I don't know if it's one of these ATM machines that, on the street or I honestly don't know.
Okay. Yes, and the other thing I wanted to bring out is the illegal parking and sidewalks. To me, it's really getting worse, and I understand. I guess it's the city council or someone is trying to come up with trying to enact a law to prevent it or discourage it. But again, walking down Utica Avenue, walking down Farragut Road, you see a lot of cars, and even right here at 43rd and Farragut, you have Chantilly, the bakery over there, the chocolate factory, whatever they are. They park in their excuse me, the back trucks right on the sidewalk. It's very difficult to walk through there because even yet yesterday I was coming from that end and I had to walk in the street on 43rd Street because they had two trucks. They were closed, but they had two trucks parked on the sidewalk on the 43rd Street, East 43rd Street side. And then they had more cars. They park on Farragut Road. And if you go down Farragut Road, you see it all along. The people park on the sidewalk, and it's not only Farragut Road, because even the side street, there are people homeowners or whoever they are that they have no, they don't care for the community because they park instead of pulling into the driveway. They block the sidewalk, and people, including mostly elderly, have to be walking out in the street, which is a dangerous situation. So I was wondering if there's any way that they could start enforcing that some more, because I see patrol cars, and I know they may be on the way to assignments, but if they drive by and they see this situation, can they stop and give them a summons, or is that like they can't do that if they are
So the most
not
part,
up to it?
so for the most part is that's something that we can let cops know, like, hey, when you're driving by, if you're not doing anything, try to see if you can see if the business owner or whatever like that, if they can move the cars and stuff like that. But for the most part about it is, it's like, the average cop that's going on 911 calls, the average cop is not going to stop to give
Right.
a summons for that. So that's something whereby we can try to have the NCOs do a little bit more further investigation as far as hey, us, like community affairs, like we've gone out a few times very well, especially that Utica Forest of the Farragut corridor with the mechanic shops. We've gone out there numerous times and spoke to them like, hey, you got to leave the sidewalks open a little bit so people can pass. So that's something we can go out and speak to them, and hopefully they can try to give some compliance, hopefully. If not, then if we have
Yes,
to,
because
we have
I'm
enforcement.
sorry, right. Yeah, I'm gonna say, because on weekends, on Sundays when they are not open, they leave the cars out there, and so not enough space for someone who's walking with a walker or with a cane to really maneuver around there properly. And
You
I'm
said
talking
40. This is 43rd and Farragut.
no, Farragut Road, yes, but also Utica, Farragut to Foster.
Right. Yeah, Utica. So it's funny as you say that, Mr. Tate, because Utica, Farragut, Foster, the NCOs actually there's a few body shops that's closer to Farragut. They actually had a discussion with one of the owners there because apparently he had these two cars parked on the sidewalk for a while. So when they actually did the tow op, they had to end up giving him summonses for those two cars. So it's something that we did think, but we'll go back around and we'll speak to them again.
Yeah, because there are a couple of churches in that area, so they are elderly going to church on Sundays.
Right.
It's very difficult for them to maneuver, So, but thanks a lot. Okay.
No, not a problem, State.
Anyone else?
Yes, I see Adele Bennett have her hands up.
Oh, okay. Mr. Del Bennett. Go ahead, proceed. Can she hear me? Miss Bennett?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
too many different devices. I was going to say, I was listening to the conversation. It's very interesting. And if anyone gets a chance to call, answer TS3 Bex. I put the number in the chat, and you tell her what the issue is directly, and she will have an agent go out and write those sidewalk summonses, because they're not allowed to park or block the pedestrian walkway, even if it's a business. Because if you're constantly asking them over and over and over, they're not learning. And they're just going to say, yeah, sure, we'll do it. And continue to do the same exact thing. The only thing that would stop them would be enforcement. Because I've been over there, and I'm telling you right now, when I go down that block, they run like heck. Because they don't want to pay $115 per vehicle. But also there's something else that maybe Detective Skinner doesn't know. They have something called business compliance. If you can get them to come out, that's through the mayor's office. If you can get them to come out, they'll discuss this with the business. And if they continue to do it, they come back and they write the business directly for operating outside of their property lines. And those fines can go up to $25,000. And they have to go to court and they have to be seen by a judge. They can't abate it, they can't excuse it. A lot
And
of
it's
people are
business
not
what?
aware
Business
of it. It's
compliance
called business compliance, yes.
to the mayor's office.
It's through the mayor's office. A lot of people don't know certain things exist, but it does.
I didn't know that existed
I used
because
to run into them
surely
quite
we have a
often.
lot of those. I call them sidewalk mechanics, and I was like,
Oh, they're horrible. But that's on the precinct to get them moving.
mm,
You see, there is no tire repair. It's in the codes. You can't change tires on city property. You can't jack it up in the double parked. I've taken care of those too. And it's horrible. They bring down the community.
but the
Also,
whole thing is the public safety part of it.
yeah, they're
Because
not
when
safe because I've seen cars that leave those so-called street mechanics, and then you see a wheel rolling down the street, and the car is in the intersection on fire because the engine has hit the ground. I asked the woman what happened. She said her husband took it to some mechanic he knows on some street. I said, that's a bad thing to do. No backup, no insurance. No guarantee either.
okay, so
Miss Logan have her
so
hands up.
Miss Logan, can you please go ahead? Is it working? Miss Logan, hello.
Maybe she's
Sorry,
muted.
I was
Okay.
trying. I finally got myself unmuted. Detective Skinner, a question in terms of the catalytic converter. Has the precinct had any success in apprehending some of these catalytic converter thieves?
Detective Skinner. Hello, Detective Skinner.
Hello, can everybody hear me?
Yeah, now yes.
Yes. No,
I
catalytic converters. We have not had success in catching anyone red-handed because when they actually hit these catalytic converters, they're out within seconds.
mm-hmm.
So it's one of those things where it's like by the time whoever calls 911, and by the time we get there, they're gone.
Yeah.
I know the auto crime unit, they have VIN etching, which that's something that they're doing. I don't know when's the next one. I'll be keep an eye out for it because I know they did one, I believe in Staten Island a few weeks back. But that's something I'll keep an eye out and let you guys know if I hear anything about when's the next VIN etching. Because what it is they etch your VIN with a what do you call it, number, like a serial number. So
Okay.
if somebody tries to take it and that number is on it, and I think something else they do to it, it's like an identifying feature or mark. So if these junkyards, whoever that get it, and they see that, they're supposed to turn the person away.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, anyone has any other questions for Detective Skinner? Is anybody's hand up, Mr. Tate? I'm not able to see. Nobody's hands up?
No, I don't see any hands up.
Okay, thank you very much, Detective Skinner, for
Hello. Miss
Yes.
Bennett just put hers up.
Ms. Bennett. Go ahead, proceed.
Adele, you're muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, what I was gonna say, in regards to a lot of the detached trailer trucks all over the place, and they are everywhere. I spoke to a supervisor in the traffic division. Her name is Beckford. She came to one of the transportation meetings last year. She said she would love to come back to one of our meetings for either public safety or transportation, either one, to discuss that.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. And I believe Miss Frazier has her number because she's back in Brooklyn South. She got promoted. So she can probably get something more done. She even said it before with those trucks. Because she can order one of the trucks from Manhattan to come down from either the Bronx or Brooklyn North, the 12 pound, to have one of those trucks come there. And they come with a team of agents specifically trained to write those trucks. You see, if you can't tow them, you'll write the heck out of them, and that's a financial burden.
Okay.
Plate or no plate, we write from the VIN.
What's her last name?
Her last name is Beckford. And I put the phone number in the chat. She said she wants to come.
Okay.
So if you want to invite her to the next meeting, beautiful. You can discuss all them trucks with her. Yeah. She controls the command over there now.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Anyone else have any questions for Detective Skinner? No. Thank you, Detective Skinner, for coming to our meeting. I really appreciate it. We're gonna go forward and discuss our public safety forum.
Detective Skinner, can you hear me?
Everyone, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Don't tell me I'm not
thank-
hooking you up now.
I was thanking you for coming to our meeting.
You're welcome.
And I'm telling him, don't tell me I'm not hooking you up.
Oh, listen, it's all hands on deck. It's not just one agency.
That's
It's
right.
a collaboration of
All
agencies.
hands. Like I said, and as for those cars on the sidewalk, come by and pick a few of us up. Believe me, it's gonna work.
I'll keep that in mind.
You
I'll
don't
let.
have to go to court. Remember, we don't have to go to court. We do.
Oh, okay.
And if we write them, it's gonna stick really bad.
Okay.
Just pick a couple of us up. That's easy. 'Cause I go up and down Utica once in a while. Like I said, they run.
Okay.
Okay,
Just
so
ask for Beckler, okay?
okay,
Becker.
All right.
Okay.
Beckford.
Beckford. Okay.
Yeah.
Sharon Beckford.
Is that a number in the chat?
Yeah, I put it in there. Just ask for her. She said anytime the community will want something, call her.
And that's the
That's
TS.
what she can. Yeah,
TS
she's
number
a
for you guys?
she's a TS3.
Oh, TS3.
Yeah. And just above her would be the manager. The other tall person we met at the last meeting that kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way. She's the one you need to talk to.
Okay.
Over here. So does she want to talk only for us? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I thank you again, Detective Skinner, for coming to our meeting. and we are going to move forward to discuss the forum and prepare for the public safety forum that we're going to have within the next 2 months. I need somebody's input as to what you would like to see at the forum.
I didn't hear you, Miss Watch. Everything was broken up. I didn't hear you.
Oh my. I said I thank you very much for coming out to our meeting.
You're welcome.
And I went on to say that we're going to discuss the forum that we're going to have, the public safety forum for end of year culmination of events. Where I don't know how public safety is going to do it, or if they're going to do it through having tabling or what. But there are different ways of presenting our forum.
Okay.
I'm here for anybody has any advice, how they want us to do it, how many people they want to come to it, how we're going to get the community to be involved in it and actually attend the forum. Hello. So who do you think should come to the forum? Committee members, please help. Because I don't want to plan it all by myself and then they say, oh, you did it all by yourself.
You on the phone? Oh.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
What I was going to say is NYPD, of course, both traffic and regular NYPD, DOT, definitely DOT, and a couple of I forget what they call it. It's when they have the information for the seniors.
It's what for the seniors?
You know, information for the senior citizens to look out for,
You mean
like
the,
these scams. Yeah, for scams, like what George was saying.
so you think that maybe the senior the seniors have a presenter there?
That'll be good.
Okay. I'm writing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fire department.
Oh yeah, FMI too. George got it. George is on it. Definitely Mr. Skinner. Detective Skinner.
I think that you in the Department of Traffic, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we wrote DOT and also DEP.
And NYPD traffic. And regular NYPD.
Okay. And
More information about the scams, to help out the community.
so that's anti
And then Georgia
Mm.
FDNY.
Yes.
Fire
That's the
safety
what?
FDNY.
The what NY?
FDNY, fire safety.
Oh yeah,
But
fire safety.
I will consider companies like an Edison and
On Edison?
a National Grid, yes, because those are like things that are fire hazard. They could talk about how to prevent fires and gas and electricity safety.
Yeah,
And all.
gas safety in your homes.
Yeah.
How are we going to get the people to come out?
Well, we first have to plan it and try to
Emails.
make sure we have something organized, and then then we could present it to the people.
Flyers and emails.
Okay.
Have to organize it and because we do have to contact all these people, make sure that they are available to come. We have to give them a date, and then once they give us they agree to a date, then we could start on the flyers.
We gotta get a price. We gotta get a place to hold it.
States, and then send out the flyer to the people. But the
Mhm.
main thing is we make sure we get all these people aligned to come to the forum. You know.
And if we're good and we get the, like George said, get the flyers, get a location, we can also invoke the, what do you call, the schools.
Okay, so I was considering actually getting one of the public officials to help in the dissemination of
Notification.
I call it um maybe make the parents have to come to the school to see.
PTA.
Yeah, but I wanted more like the parents of kids that are going to get an award ceremony, because they don't have the award ceremonies anymore.
No.
And they actually come to the award ceremony, and then they will be at our forum also.
We give out something for children.
Yeah, exactly. Give out
Like
awards for
like
kids.
the FDNY gives out the little kids coloring books.
We can always ask that from the fire,
Yeah, for the fire department. Yeah.
but once we're giving out awards for these students for their yearly work, we
Mm-hmm.
definitely have the parents come in to see them get the award.
You know, they write a little quick composition.
Yes, it's like getting you to come out of your house so that I could get to talk to you about your community.
Oh,
You know,
one more, because they were at the auto show, and I'm surprised they were there. DMV. Auto show, DMV. They were definitely there. They were giving out stuff left and right.
DMV.
Yeah, the Department of Motor Vehicles, they were there. They were giving out the information for the new driver's license for the STAR, enhanced driver's license.
Enhance.
Yeah. They even gave me a few applications to give out to some of the neighbors in my area.
Hey, folks. I gotta run real quick. Detective Skinner. Have a good night.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Good night, Detective Skinner.
Be safe.
Hope we'll tell you about a forum.
Okay. Now.
Be safe. Do nothing crazy.
Okay. So
Yeah, they
what
were
do you of that idea
the
of
whole show.
bringing the
They were
parents out?
giving out a whole lot of stuff.
Okay, and we're gonna ask for giveaways. Ask for giveaways.
They were giving out, like I said, information for the STAR program. They were giving out lanyards for the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles. They were doing a lot of stuff.
And this is DMV.
Yeah, the DMV was there.
Okay.
They gave a couple of them to me. And like I said, they gave me applications to give out to some of my neighbors who may have forgotten if they're traveling, you need that STAR enhanced driver's license. You can't get on a plane and come soon without it. Right, George?
Driver's license.
Yeah, it's STAR enhanced. The new one's coming. It's the new one. Yeah, they were giving out coloring books and stuff for kids. They had a lot of stuff.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna. And where did they show up?
At the New York Auto Show.
The New York Auto Show.
Yeah, they had a table.
Oh, no problem. Okay, I'm gonna try to get them. Anything else?
I can't think of nothing else.
I suggest try to come up with a possible dates. I think in order to get started, we do need a date and site. You know, without that, it's nothing. So we have a small committee as it is, so we need to figure out,
No, our community is not
they-
small at all.
No.
Our community is
Remember
huge.
the committee,
not community committee.
Oh,
committee.
oh, the committee. Oh,
We have to
I was
make
gonna
sure
say,
we are available. The availability of the committee members is very important. So we need to try to come up with a date that most of us will be available.
okay. And did we achieve quorums yet?
I think
I'm serious.
you have to kick some of them people off that list.
Don't you no, Miss Bennett? Don't
Mhm.
get like Jessica. Don't get like Jessica because Jessica got really crazy saying she wanted to kick all of them off because they don't
Well,
come.
listen, how about this? We do it this way. We count the people who come.
I say let
Separate
people
and make a
change.
new list.
That's the problem. That's the
Mm.
problem.
We count the people who come and make a new list. We do the 1, 2, 3. Not the 1
Mm-hmm.
and the 2.
Um.
Send notice out to the 1 and the 2. The ones who come once or twice, send a notice out.
Wow. Mm.
Okay. Give them a notice.
Okay. So we still don't have a quorum. Miss Lyons.
We only have five. We only have 5 members on, including yourself, Ms. Welch.
No, you don't have quorum, Ms. Welch.
Yes, I know.
As I told you, 1 and the 2, send a notice. This way, but come June, we'll have a quorum. We can send a notice to the 1 and the 2 people. And if they're not interested, come June.
But we still don't have quorum because I think Miss Lyons said that other people wanted to join the committee, and as they joined the committee, we have no way of reaching quorum because it's getting bigger and bigger.
Because the 1 and the 2 is so big. Send out a notice to the 1 and the 2. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
No, in come May.
Okay.
By June,
Miss.
they're off.
Okay. Can you, Mr. Tate? Can you put my number in the chat so that anybody has any other persons they would like to see at the forum to come to add to the forum?
Just want to verify. You said put your number in the chat.
Yes, 917.
Yes. Okay.
Nine.
Just 1 second. 1 second. Go ahead.
917.
Yes.
971.
971.
8959.
8959.
59. Okay. I thank everybody for coming to this meeting today. Again, we did not reach quorum. And please keep in touch with me because I'm going to try my best to get somebody to help me with this, reaching out to these different agencies that will be at our forum.
Okay. Yeah. Before we sign off, Flora, 2 things. One, we did not come up with a suggested date, possible dates for the forum. And the second thing with that is that remember we were offered those those flood barriers. You mentioned that you wanted to give them out at the forum, but then I don't think they could hold those things forever if we're not going to, if we're not going to have a forum. So I think you have to, you need to decide whether or not you want to wait till May or June, whenever this forum would take place, to give those out. Okay, because
okay.
Yeah, that's a decision that has to be made whether or not we want to collect them and let people pick them up at the office? Or do you really want to wait till the
No, I
forum?
want them to pick up some of them at the office and then they'll pick up the rest at the forum. Because you said they all fit in one rain barrel. So if we
No,
get
no,
them,
no, please, yeah, oh, no, I'm sorry, yeah, no, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
so if we have them at the office for them to pick them up,
Yeah,
we'll announce it at the next general board meeting. So we'll have it delivered near that date for them to know that it's at the office. And then whatever is left over, we'll take to the forum. Because I'm also going to ask Ms. Hubbard to be at the forum also.
mhm, yes. Okay, so
Okay?
then you would like me to call her back or
Yes.
ask her if
And
she
to
could
have
grab
it
them
delivered that
by
week that we,
the office?
yes.
Yeah, okay. Mhm.
Yes. So we'll have it at the office that week that we're going to have the general board meeting.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
By then I would know whether or not these people will be coming to the forum and what date we'll have the forum.
Okay. Mhm. In case anyone in this call needs one immediately, Councilmember Faralu's office have some. Okay. Mhm.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming, and we're
Hi,
ending the meeting at this
Ms.
time.
Welch,
Yes,
may I make a suggestion? Are you discussing the barrels?
no, not the barrels, the rain catchers, the
Yeah,
water catchers. the flood-
it's not the barrels. And
Okay.
Ms. Welch, I would suggest, if you don't mind me saying, don't call them water catchers, because that's what confused Miss Frazier. They are flood barriers.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
gonna put it down here.
yeah,
Flood barriers
yes. That's what it is,
for the
Nadine.
homes.
Nadine, what it is like it's a plastic that if you know it's going to rain and your house might be flooded, you could fill it up with water. Okay, it's like a balloon.
No,
But
I
it's
understand.
eh?
I know the one you're talking about. What I was
Okay,
going to say is,
yeah.
I understand that y'all want them at the forum. But
Eventually, yeah.
you also, you
Originally, Miss Welch wanted them for the forum, but no, she know what she wants to do is have them at the board office for people to pick up, and whatever is left over, we could
oh, you
take them
could
to the
take to the
forum.
forum. Okay, because I was saying like that would
Yeah,
be
so
a lot to bring them back to the office
right.
if people don't take them, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, so we would have them delivered at the office.
Okay.
Yeah, so mhm.
All right. So you ready to end the meeting, Miss Welch?
Yes,
Did
yes.
did someone
Can somebody
I,
please?
George State, make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:45 p.m.
Okay. Anybody second that?
McCain Brown seconds the motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:45.
Thank you very much. So
Welcome.
I see y'all soon and I will be in touch. Thank you.
Okay.